Welcome to Drive France. Today, I'm about to show you something that honestly feels unreal. The next generation 2026 Ferrari Purosangue, a wild, exotic, shockingly expensive SUV that completely rewrites what a practical Ferrari can be. This isn't just a fast SUV with a famous badge. This is Ferrari building a four-door, four-seat car without letting go of its pure emotional soul. It's the car many said Ferrari would never dare to make, and yet, here it is, looking outrageous, sounding addictive, and carrying a price tag that will genuinely shock you. If you love cars that make your heart race before you even start them, stay with me. From the first glance, the 2026 Purosangue doesn't introduce itself gently. It hits you. That long, elegant bonnet stretches out in front like a grand tourer. The roofline flows back with the confidence of a coupe. The stance is low, planted, and almost intimidating for something that can take a family on a weekend away. Every line has tension. Every surface looks like it's been shaped by air and speed rather than drawn on a computer. It's dramatic, but never messy. That calm, controlled aggression you only get from a few truly special cars. Move around to the front and the details start to pull you in. The slim, focused daytime running lights have this piercing look, like the car is always ready to go. The air intakes are deep and sculpted, not just for show, but to feed and cool that masterpiece under the bonnet. From the side, the proportions are almost shocking. A long nose, a compact cabin pushed back, powerful rear haunches that look like they're hiding serious muscle. And then, the moment that always makes people stop for a second, those rear, hinged back doors. Every time they open, there's a little bit of theater. It's not just a way to get into the back seats, it's an entrance. It feels special, it feels different. And it constantly reminds you this is not just another premium SUV. It's Ferrari taking practicality and turning it into an experience. Step inside, and the atmosphere changes again. You don't feel like you've climbed into a big, sensible family car. You feel like you've been invited into a private lounge designed for driving. The cabin wraps around you in a dual cockpit layout. Driver and front passenger each get their own sculpted space. In front of the passenger, a dedicated screen lets them see speed, revs, and media. It sounds like a small detail, but it's surprisingly powerful. Suddenly, the passenger isn't just along for the ride. They're sharing it with you. The materials are exactly what you want from a flagship Ferrari, and then a little more. Soft leather that feels rich to the touch. Perfectly aligned stitching. Alcantara in all the right places. Real carbon fiber flowing across the cabin, not shouting, but quietly reminding you that this is a serious performance machine. The metal switches and controls move with that precise, satisfying weight that makes you want to touch them again. Nothing feels off the shelf. It all feels commissioned. In the back, there's no compromise bench. You get two individual seats that feel like first-class pods. Each one is shaped to hold you gently but securely, whether you're cruising on the motorway or letting that V12 breathe on an empty road. There's proper legroom, space to relax, and yet you never lose that sense of being in something special. Technology is present, but never in your face. A sharp digital driver display, a responsive infotainment system, full connectivity, serious audio, and refined climate control. It's modern, but it doesn't drown you in screens. Your attention keeps drifting back to the road. And then, there's the part that turns this from a luxury object into something genuinely emotional. The engine. Under that long bonnet of the 2026 Purosangue lives something that feels almost rebellious in today's world. A Ferrari V12, evolved for the next generation. At a time when engines are getting smaller, quieter, and more filtered, this one still breathes on its own. Still climbs through the revs with that smooth, relentless surge that only a V12 can deliver. Press the starter, and there's a moment that feels almost sacred. The engine catches, gives you this deep, rich growl, and then settles into a purposeful idle. It's not screaming at you, but you can feel the potential just sitting there. Drive it gently, and it's calm, almost surprisingly refined. The kind of car you could take across a country without getting tired. But lean on the throttle, let the revs rise, and suddenly everything sharpens. The sound hardens into a wail, the horizon rushes toward you, and you're reminded in a split second that yes, this really is a Ferrari. The way it moves is where your brain starts to struggle a little. Your eyes are telling you SUV, but what you feel through your hands and through the seat is something else. The steering is precise and alive. The advanced all-wheel drive system and active suspension keep the body remarkably composed, even when you start pushing in a way you would never even try in a normal high-riding car. It corners with a balance and confidence that is frankly shocking for something that can comfortably take 4 adults and their bags. Of course, when you're dealing with this kind of speed and power, safety can't just be a line on a brochure. Ferrari has loaded the 2026 Purosangue with serious technology, finely tuned traction and stability systems, multiple driving modes for different conditions, huge brakes with incredible stopping power, and a full suite of airbags. Depending on your market, you also get the latest driver assist systems, adaptive cruise, lane support, collision warnings. But the key is how it's all calibrated. It's there to protect and support, to quietly catch you if you get it wrong, without ever stripping away the feeling that you are the one driving. And then we reach the part that will make most people pause: the price. The Purosangue has never been affordable, but the 2026 model takes that to another level. This is deep, serious supercar money, and that's before you lift a finger on the options list. Once you start exploring Ferrari's world of personalization, bespoke interiors, unique trims, carbon packages, exclusive details, the number can climb with shocking speed. But here's the thing. For the kind of person this car is aimed at, the price is only half the story. The other half is access. In many markets, you can't simply walk into a showroom and order one, even with the funds ready. Allocations are limited, demand is intense, and owning a Purosangue is as much about your relationship with the brand as it is about your bank balance. That rarity, that feeling of being one of the very few, is a huge part of what makes this car so desirable. So what is the next generation 2026 Ferrari Purosangue, really? It's a contradiction that somehow works beautifully. A car that gives you space, comfort, and real everyday usability, but refuses to surrender emotion, drama, or that unmistakable Ferrari character. It's wild, it's unapologetic, and it exists for one simple reason: to make every single journey feel like something you'll remember. Now I want to hear from you. If you could genuinely choose, would this be your everyday dream Ferrari? The one that does school runs, road trips, and midnight drives? Or would you still go for a traditional, low, 2-door Ferrari instead? Tell me in the comments. I read what you write, and it helps shape what we bring to the channel next. If this closer look at Ferrari's most outrageous SUV stirred something in you, tap like, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world of truly special machines. This is Drive France. Thanks for sharing this moment with me, and I'll see you in the next drive.